Josh, so this is yours. Evaluate the case for cutting public expenditure or raising taxes a way of reducing fiscal deficits. Fiscal deficit is when the government's spending more than it raises in taxes. Good start in terms of your knowledge mark. Logically, the way to do this is to reduce usually spending. One thing that will happen is that there will be a fall in AD as the government spending is one component of AD, although that won't be the only effect that if spending on schools or the NHS is reduced, this would have a worst impact, meaning that there was a fall in LRS. So you've got the impacts here. You've analysed it in terms of the initial impacts of the cut in government spending. This will lead to a drop in the price level in the short term and a small rise in the long term where the wage base is getting smaller. You have to link this, Josh, to the question. So the question is about reducing the deficit. So what you need to say is that where you're looking at this in terms of reducing aggregate demand and supply is that this is going to lead to a fall in economic growth, reductions in consumer spending, potentially unemployment going up, and then you're going to end up having less taxes and also an increase in government spending on unemployment. And that answers the specific question. So what your analysis looks like it's getting to is actually the deficit's going to rise. So your argument is that that's not an effective way of cutting it. On the other hand, if the government cut the fiscal deficit by raising taxes, AD will still fall as consumers will have lower incomes. So if you're saying that it's going to be a rise in taxes, just say what type of tax. So if incomes are falling, it's likely to be an increase in income tax. As part of AD, however, long runners won't be affected as the capital spending. So the amount, so actually that the distinction between your capital spending and the LRAS from the government spending is a good judgment to make. But again, you might want to mention that if it does lead to falls in consumer spending, that again the deficit might not reduce. So it's answering the specific question. The question is about, if we just look at it for a second, is a means of cutting the fiscal deficit. That's the target of the question. So the analysis of just the impact on the economy doesn't answer the specific question unless you talk about the deficit.